I'm Dr. Lindsay Coble.
Dr. Noelle Crosby, and this is the Sound Sisters, the Hearing Diaries. And you know how things are, right? Lindsay and I had a whole show planned for you today that we had planned for a while. And, things happen, and sometimes people have to cancel. And so that's what happened to us today. So we just started thinking about, what would be a meaningful show. We always kind of have a bunch of topics in our back pocket ready to talk about because things like this happen, we know. But we thought what might be fun today is that we can talk about a little, it wasn't a game, but a little question that was asked that we had a lot of fun with and would love for you to have a lot of fun with it as well. So I'm going to share that with you in just a minute. But I also want to say, we've tried to cover a lot of different topics about things that may not be so easy to talk about, right, Lindsay?
Mhm.
And so if you have a topic that you want us to address, either we can address it ourselves if we have had experience with it, or we can try to bring on a guest who might have had to deal with whatever the topic is, or we can do some research about it. But we really want to cover every kind of topic that people want to hear. So just let us know. You can reach out to us or you can post it below. But also, once I ask this question and we review it, we want you to do it too, because it's a lot of fun. So the other day, my friend Vanessa said that she had read or seen somewhere that to say what would be a warning label that you might come with. And she said, type it into ChatGPT and ask, what would my warning label be? So I thought that was going to be a lot of fun. I use ChatGPT a lot. So I am going to let Lindsay tell you hers first,
Oh,
and then
I
we'll
get
kind
to
of
go
talk about that, and
first.
then I'll tell you a little bit about
Okay,
mine.
so here was mine. A couple of the main ones that popped up. There's like 8 to 10 that pop up. One of them, highly
Yeah.
ambitious, may accidentally turn casual conversations into strategic planning sessions. Very accurate. I feel like when I have conversations,
Yeah.
especially with other business owners, it's really hard to not like really try to analyze everything that they're saying and see how can I make this my own. So very accurate. Equal parts compassion
Yes.
and high expectations. Also very accurate. And
So much true.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's one of the leadership qualities that you try to balance. Like you try to be compassionate. You know, there are leaders who are very just high expectations and lack the compassion. And then I'm
Yes.
learning
Yes.
there's
I
the
don't see
other
you being
route.
that.
No, and I learned there's the other route, highly compassionate, but you lose sight of expectations, which I'm probably more on that end, where I'm a little lenient
Yeah.
to people. So yeah, very accurate. This
I
is
would say
funny.
I'm kind
Funny
of
after
there too.
last week. Yeah, well, I think we're very similar in that. This one will organize the
Yeah.
event, lead the meeting, and ask why we're running behind schedule. So I feel like when I was leading that
Oh, I
state
love
meeting
it.
last week, I'm like
Yes.
down to the minute. I don't know why. I just like to run on time, to be courteous of the
Yeah.
speaker's time, to be
Yeah.
courteous of the
And were you guys
schedule.
able to do all that?
Yeah, yeah, we really
Yeah.
were. The
Yeah.
vendors, and then the last day, I'm like, I know everybody wants to get out of here early. It's just like, so that was very much on my mind.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, let me say
let's
something
see.
before you go any
Yeah,
further. So, for those of you who don't know, there was the Indiana Coalition, is that what it's called?
yeah,
Meeting.
Indiana Audiology Coalition, yes.
Yep. And of course, we had talked a little bit about that. It's in its second year. Lindsay's the president, and she has 10 people on the board
Yeah,
that are
there's
very
10 of us on the board.
motivated.
Yeah.
And they
Hmm.
put this whole convention together.
Yeah.
And I heard amazing things about it. And they had no real help. Like they
Yeah.
just did it all themselves. And so
What's so
that's what
interesting.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, when you tell us, Florida has is it the executive director or somebody who
Yep.
plans the convention?
Yes.
Like, wow, that is just like an unheard of thing for us right now. That's the goal.
Yep.
That would be great to
Yeah.
get to, but no,
Yeah,
we
but
just
we were
I don't
there,
know.
that's how
Yeah,
we started. I put a whole I know how what it's like because I did it and it took a lot of planning and a lot of time, but it was very rewarding,
yeah,
but it does definitely take a lot. And the fact that it was so successful, I'm
yeah.
just so
Thanks,
excited for all of you. That's awesome.
thanks.
Anyway, so
It,
go
uh,
on.
it went well. Let's see. So then one of them is gives grace until the grace period expires.
Okay,
Which
is
is
that
interesting. That means ChatGPT has been listening to me.
yeah. So
Um,
would you say that? Like you're understanding, 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 and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I've had enough. Like
Yeah, I think
yeah,
so. And I think
yeah,
that's where this next one also says may adopt your problem as her own and immediately start looking for solutions.
yeah.
So for everyone out there, Amanda, my office manager's son, unexpectedly broke his leg about 4 weeks ago. He's 15 years old, had a really bad break, kind of, not an easy one. So she has had to be off of work. We're going on 4 weeks here for to help him
Wow.
ice, and there's a lot of like medicine routines involved and stretches involved and very heavy PT and follow-up appointments. And so she just felt like I need to be home with him. And me, compassion side of me says I've never had a kid break their leg. I don't know what that's like, but if that's what you feel like you need to do, you're such a good employee to me. I'm going to
Right.
give you grace. Go take care of it. But then in the office, you're expecting others to step up and fill the role of really a
Yes.
very big position. And so the
Yeah, she does a
office,
lot for
she does
you.
a lot. Yeah, I would call her the office manager and our audiology assistant. So
Yeah.
she has days where she had full patient schedules and then also office manager things. So the staff otherwise has stepped up, so then you get to the point where you need to make sure that everyone else isn't feeling overwhelmed by this whole. And how
Yeah.
long do you go on until something's got to shift? So I think we're getting there. I mean, I think that she's coming in tomorrow. So she's coming in tomorrow. She's coming in next Thursday. So I think we're getting there with
Right.
her son getting to a point where she can come back to work. But yeah, it's just hard decisions but I didn't want
Yeah,
to be
like
the
you want to be
stickler.
understanding and
Yes. Well, I didn't want to be the stickler to say, oh, he broke his leg, you're fired.
yeah.
It's like I want to give you time and grace. But yeah, it's hard to balance that and feel like you're a good boss. And we're a small practice. We don't have FMLA and all of that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And in spite, like on top of that, there was that, and then you had and then you're pregnant, and
yes.
then you were putting together the meeting. So like
Yes.
the timing of everything
Yes.
seemed like it wasn't really working with you.
Yes, we've had a couple of deaths of loved ones of other office
Oh, that's true
employees who have
too.
had to be out for funerals. And of course, next week, a few of us have summer vacations planned. So, it's like
Oh
we
my
are like the
gosh.
epitome of rolling with the punches right now. And, I look at our finances, and our revenue, and it's like, yeah, we are down right now if anyone was to look. And it's like, I just have to tell myself, give myself grace that
Right.
I can't work as fast as I used to. We're down a person, really,
Right.
and we're all off for all these things. So, yeah, we've kind of had a rough go this spring,
Yeah.
summer, and we had a rough go in January with illness. So, yeah,
Yeah.
2026 has not been our year, but I just tell myself, it's a blip. It's a blip in my
Yes.
long career that when I look
Yep.
back, this probably won't even be a year I remember, even though right
And
now it
or you
seems
might
like
laugh
so much.
about it, like, how did I make it through that year?
Right now it seems like so much, but yeah, it's really manageable. I just have to one foot in front of the other. But yeah, let's talk about yours, Noel.
All
Those are pretty
right, let me
much
show you
mine.
some of mine. And then if you have any other ones. And the thing
Oh,
that I
this
thought
one's
that,
funny. This
oh
one's
yeah,
funny.
tell me
So
your,
this one is frequently juggling business, leadership, family life, and 47 other responsibilities.
I
It's
totally
just,
get it. Yep.
it's
It's
just
so
like tonight.
funny.
Tonight we have T-ball. My daughter started outdoor summer camp this week. It's just like all of these like open tabs running, but funny.
Yeah.
Okay, shift gears.
And
Your turn,
I
Noel.
find this interesting because I have a lot of the same ones as you do, maybe like just
We're
worded a little
similar. Uh-huh.
differently. But I feel like that's why we mesh because like we're
Yeah.
the same in a lot of ways. Okay, so one of them was may ask a simple question and accidentally start a deep life
Oh
conversation.
yeah. Mhm.
Um, excessively curious will ask
Yeah.
follow-up questions until the truth. And this is something that it drives people crazy. And it says, I'll ask follow-up questions until the truth, the lesson, and your childhood trauma have all been identified. But what I'll do is I'll decide, oh, that doesn't make sense to me.
Oh,
And I don't believe what the person is saying. So I'll just
ah,
keep asking the question, and I may ask it in a little different way, or I may like think about it. And again, I don't even know I was doing this
yeah.
before somebody kind of brought it to my attention, and I did a lot of soul searching. And I would drive people crazy because
Oh
it's
my gosh.
like you might have told me something 3 years ago that didn't mesh with that, and my
Oh,
brain like click, click, click. Nope, false,
I'm gonna
false.
keep
Uh,
asking. I'm gonna keep
I'm going to
asking.
keep asking. And they're like,
Well,
Noelle, you can ask me 25 times and you're going to get the same
oh my
answer.
God, that's
Like,
so
but it's
funny.
so I'm
It's
learning that
not.
that is not one of my positive ways of being. So it was just funny that
That is
chat,
funny.
brought that
ChatGPT
out.
knows.
All right, let's see. Believes everyone has potential and may
Yeah.
volunteer to help you find yours.
Oh, that's so
And
nice. Yeah.
and this shows up in the employees that I've had that I knew
Uh-huh.
but I had to prove their worth.
Yeah.
I wanted to prove their worth more than they wanted to prove it.
Yeah.
Or
Uh-huh.
just friends that I've had that I would just keep and try to build up and just knowing that I should have let them go.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so again, that's a lesson I'm trying to learn that it's not my job to do
Yeah.
that. Like you're
Could
saying,
be
it's
a
not my
positive
job.
trait. Could be a positive trait that you believe in
Yes.
others, but also negative trait. It
Yes.
sucks the life out of you.
Yeah. Can turn a 5-minute conversation into a new project, a
Oh, heck
podcast,
yeah.
leadership initiative, or nonprofit idea.
Well,
Like,
that's
oh
funny.
yeah,
Oh my,
maybe we should. I'll
we
have
should
the
do
whole
this.
business already planned out.
Yes.
So I
Mm,
thought that was really funny. Okay,
that is
this
so
is another
funny.
funny one. May appear calm while simultaneously running 17 ideas, four
Oh yeah.
events, two businesses, and a humanitarian mission in my back of my head.
Yes, see, we're so similar in that. That is
Yeah,
definitely a similar trait
too
that we have.
funny. And let's
Oh,
do one more. Frequently says, I'm curious, moments before asking the question everyone was afraid to ask. And then it kind of wraps it up on be curious, not judgmental. And side effects may include unexpected encouragement, personal growth, and being asked what really matters to
oh
you.
my gosh, I
So,
love that. And
yeah,
it's
I
so
thought
accurate.
it was really accurate in in some ways. But then when you and I were talking about them, and there's so many similar. So we'd love to hear what yours would be.
Yes,
Now,
that's
I
our
think
Be
it would be
Curious
fun.
segment. So our Be Curious
Yes.
segment today.
Be
Pull up your
curious
Chat
about what your
GPT.
warning
Yes,
sign.
and just ask it, if I came with a warning sign, what would it
Yeah.
be? And so if you use ChatGPT a lot, it knows you very well. So
Yes. It's
yeah,
surprising how well it knows
if
you.
it's funny and you want to share, please just share it. Post it underneath
Yeah.
everywhere where we post this. So thank you for listening. This was a
Yeah.
fun one, a short one, but light and refreshing. And I know I needed it today. So thanks,
Yes.
Noel.
Well, good, good, good. And anyways, yeah. So thanks for listening. We should have a guest on the next one, but if not, we'll make it happen anyways. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Sound Sisters.